Hey, Steve, did you speak with Shawn after winning the title at WrestleMania 14? And was there any heat between you guys after he showed up to the press conference afterwards? You know what? It's the thing in the wrestling business, I learned this after I got into business. I didn't know before I got into the business, but, proper etiquette is when you work a match with somebody, whether you're working heel, baby, it doesn't matter. New to the territory, been around, you always thank the guy you worked with. That's just what you do. Whether you knocked it out of the park or whether you shit the bed, you always go thank the person that you worked with. So there was a lot of, and there was just a lot of animosity. Not animosity between me and Shawn. Me and Shawn were always cool. He just wasn't in a good place, and we didn't know if he was going to get in the ring. And there's all the stories about Undertaker taping up his hands and stuff like that, and Shawn was, late to a few things. But there was never any heat between me and Shawn. Man, as long as I've known Shawn, we've never had heat. He was just in a bad place at that time in his life. He had a bad back, and, he wasn't real excited about dropping the title, but he certainly did, and he was a complete pro about it. But I do not remember getting a chance to shake his hand or talk about the match, because I'd worked with Shawn many times at house shows before that, and we had absolutely just ripped the roof off of buildings, just having these matches, just calling them on the spot, calling them on the fly. Shawn was always cool with me calling the matches because 90% of the time he was calling his own matches because that's how Shawn worked. And, I was used to calling my matches, so he was like, dude, if you want to call a match, it gives him a night off. You're talking about probably hands down the best worker in the history of the business. And so when he's going to let you call a match so he can kind of take the night off and just do his part, he was down for it. But I don't remember shaking his hands after that match. And then I remember they were showing an interview segment on the WWE Network a while back when I did go through the curtain after that match and I saw Vince. That night on that interview, I said, man, that match sucked. I was paraphrasing. When I saw Vince backstage, I actually told him verbatim, I said, man, that wasn't so great. On the WWE Network interview, I said that sucked. Well, it was a little harsh. I said, man, that wasn't so great. End result basically is the same. But that's when Vince told me, hey, man, it all starts tomorrow. And it did. But never any heat. But that's what you do. You shake people's hands after you, and you're trusting this person, with your life, basically. Anyway, he shows up at the press conference, and, that was, for me and Mike Tyson and I guess Vince or whoever it was to answer questions. And Shawn left, but Shawn was totally cool after that. And Shawn is actually one of the people I probably keep in contact with the most. I mean, we don't call each other every day. I'll call him about every 3-4 months, just ask him, what's going on? How's the ranch doing? Or are you able to get out and enjoy the woods anymore? I know he's working down there in Orlando at the Performance Center, and he's doing really well and he's really happy. So, but I keep in contact or regular contact, just shooting him a call to shoot the breeze with him. One of the guys that he's one of my all-time favorites, and I really think from bell to bell, Shawn Michaels was probably the best to ever do it in the business of professional wrestling. That's my opinion. When it comes to well-rounded athletic storytelling, psychology, everything, performance, Shawn.